These smart arms are controlled by my brain through a neural link, allowing me to use these arms to jack off up to 4 of my homies without me actually being gay.
Doctor, if you're the one who's controlling arms as you suggest, wouldn't touching your homies make you gay?
How right you are. Which is why I developed this no-homo chip to protect my higher brain function. It means no matter how many PP I touch, I will never be gay. In my head, something talking. No homo chip. Suck dick? No, I'm not gay. That's right. The real crime would be not to finish off my homies.
Go!
I must, John Connor. To protect the future, I must be destroyed.
Wait! Of all the abusive fathers that came and went, you, a Terminator, were the only positive influence. Stay. Be John's father.
Dad?
Affirmative.
You were supposed to pick me up from school and take me to a Dodger game!
Oops, forgot.
I order you not to forget stuff!
Negative. A string of neglectful father figures gave you a strong distrust of authority. That trait led to your role as leader of the resistance and savior of the human race. So go get me another beer, you piece of shit. What are you doing, idiot?
Writing a short story for school.
Would you like my review? This is terrible. You don't write stories again. You suck at it.
Don't worry, I won't!
I am drunk.
Good for you.
Don't smoke in my house, boy.
I can do whatever I want in my room!
Now your room has no wall, so it's technically part of my house. Hasta la vista, but not.
He has a point, John.
Oh my god, so many stairs. I'd like to find whoever invented the stairs and push him down these stairs just to show him how stupid stairs are. Then his legs will be broken and he will no longer be able to climb the stairs anymore. It'll be ironic, and then his wife will leave him and go be with the man who invented the elevator. Because everyone knows that elevators are much sexier than stairs. And oh my god, I'm not even close to being at the top yet. Why are there so many stairs?
Snake, the jet fuel for the Nomad has put us in the red, so we had to sell out to Apple. Please make a quick plug for the iPod.
Okay, well. Hey guys, here's the thing. The iPad. You listen music with it. Bye.
Snake, are you okay?
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick, and the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting.
Next time you're feeling insecure, like your sexuality's in question, or you just want to feel more like a man's man,
then watch this stream. Good evening, gamers. Evening Groove, evening White Foo, evening Artorias, evening Lurkers. Hope y'all are doing good. Let's see, I see some dots on me that are, there we go. Hope everybody's ready for some fucking torture. Evening, Trashy. Why are Todd's tits on the screen and I'm not? Okay, there I am. Show me that. Yep, I actually intentionally didn't even do it yet. I don't even have it turned on right now. So if anybody's talking in any of the other streams, well, fuck you. I can't read it. I'm waiting for you to get here. So all I had to do is I boot this up, and every individual thing, you know, you click it, like we'll go to one I don't have, like this, for example, you know, and this is pretty straightforward. I imagine you're intelligent enough to know how to do this. I would hope, at least. And then once you do that, it'll add it here to this list. So just make sure that this shit up here is turned on, right? Make sure this shit up here is turned on, and then you're going to go through here to each individual one, and whatever you're streaming to, like right now I'm streaming to YouTube, so I'm going to click that one. I'm streaming to Kick, so I'm going to click that one. I'm streaming to whatever this one is, so I'm going to click that one. I'm streaming to whatever this one is, so I'm going to click that one. And I'm also streaming to Twitch, but in my case, I use Firebot for Twitch and this for everything else. And then now that you got all your shit turned on, you literally can just click this and it'll open you up a fucking window, a chat window, that will say shit. Like, let me say something in my own YouTube chat real quick. You can just click this and it'll open you up a fucking window. Shut up, me from 10 seconds ago. So, then it pops up there. So, it's pretty straightforward. And then also with this link, you can, where the hell did it go? With this link, you can get this and you can throw this in, yes, you can do CSS, I guess. You can resize window. You can get the URL and throw it in as a browser source in OBS. You can also just dock it into OBS if you want to dock it as a doc. You can do that as well. Does anybody use docs? I don't. My OBS looks like vanilla as fuck. OTMM rando with OTMM combo rando on the wheel. Oh, so you're saying if it lands on one, you pick if it's a combo or an individual one? Got music playing, hell yeah. I mean, I could. I don't know about that, though. Because then that means we'll never not be doing a combo rando. Because I know you bastards. Every time it hits that, you're going to pick combo. Every fucking time. We'll see. I'll think about it. So let's set it to Blitz. First off, and let's see what that does. We want, yep, all this looks normal. This is what we want. Shuffle songs. Do we want them in, yeah, let's just keep them in song locations. Fuck it. Let's have no keys in the dungeons, because I just like that. Because it removes the keys in Majora, so why not also remove them in Ocarina of Time? You know, it just makes sense. Map compass shuffle. Starting items. Yeah. Small key vanilla. We do want to still have to collect the boss keys. So I think all this is looking fine. Now let's shuffle the shops. Now, isn't there a way we can make the... Is it under price? Yeah, and let's make them fucking cheap. Because I am so tired of having to farm a shitload of money. I am so tired of having to farm a shitload of money for items. So let's make the items affordable. What's going on here? Moon crash, new cycle, don't reset. Age change upon Song of Time. Sure, I guess. Cross game age, no. Cross game warp songs though, yes. Dungeons, we don't want them to be on master dungeons. Okay. We want... Huh. No, I don't want it to be quite that easy. Let's do 8. We need 8 instead of, 7. Like, we have to get 2. We do all the dungeons except 2 in Ocarina of Time, and all the dungeons except 1. Well, I mean, that might not be how it works out, but in total there are 13 dungeons, we only have to beat 10. In total there are 13 dungeons, we only have to beat 10. Start me with an ocarina in Majora's Mask, so we don't have to have Absolute Torture Festival. Okay, it does start us with Ocarina of Time, actually. Do you start us with, I want Song of Time, but only that. I don't care about any other song. Nope, I don't want Song of Soaring. I do want Song of Time. Well, no, I do want Song of Soaring. But I don't want Epona's song. Which I bet it does start us with. It does. I don't want to start with that. And start us with Prelude. Nope, don't start us with an Ocarina. Start us with an Ocarina of Time. I don't want that, but I do want to start with Prelude. That way it'll be less painful to switch between adult and kid. Blast Mask cooldown, very short, just in case it forces us to use that instead of bombs. Containers match the shit. And we won't turn on any of this weird shit like hookshotting or whatever. We'll do it like the intended way. Have to get wallet upgrade. The game is going to put it above 99 rupees. Separate. Everything separate except that. That's how I want. Shared any of this shit. We don't want short hookshot. We don't want any of this weird shit turned on in Majora's Mask. I like Majora's Mask to feel like Majora's Mask and not Ocarina of Time. It's cool to do it once. It's cool to do it one time. But, I don't like to do that every time. Why would you use Stone Mask in Ocarina of Time? What the fuck? I don't know why you would have Song of Double Time either. That's bizarre. Okay, now what's shared between them? Sure, we'll share all the shit, I guess. No, let's not share anything between them. It feels better that way, to me. If we have to find the individual shit for each one. Walk through Gerudo? Yeah, I guess so. Now, logic. Don't want any tricks or bullshit enabled. What is enabled is junk. The normal standard shit has got 40 and 50 Skulltulas turned off. Perfect. Yeah, that's like exactly. That is like exactly what I would like to have it on. So it looks like the Blitz preset more or less is almost. You know what? Let's rezip this. Just in case we just in case we've deleted some shit. So I don't know if we've deleted any songs out of the music folder or not. What the fuck? Okay, never mind. The one I zipped was not the correct one. This is what we're looking for. Okay, now kill this and rezip it. Alright, cool. Seed 69-420. Get blazed. Generate. Oh no, that ain't looking good. It's in a loop. No reachable location for... Oh, I know why. I know why that's happening. It's because one of the things that's turned off is... Yeah, get rid of that. There we go. Now let's try it, and I bet it'll work. Yeah. I guess while it's doing this, we can go ahead and get our tracker pulled up, because the tracker is, like, kind of a huge pain in the ass for the combo rando. Because we have to, like, capture two separate things, basically. Like, we're not capturing two separate things, but we're capturing the same thing twice. That way we can... What? Oh, I see what the problem is. So what's that bottom one? That bottom one is, Majora's Mask, it looks like. So this one needs to end right there. Download. All right. We're ready. We're ready for torture. Well, I'm ready for torture. I don't know about y'all. Hello? Where's my mouse pointer? Hey, Slayer. Thank you for the good luck. Hope you're having a good evening. What are we naming it? We got 8 characters, right? Yeah. Torture. We don't have an exclamation point, though. But sure. Now, I didn't pay attention to what it said we started with. I just know I didn't want to start with an ocarina. Why did it start me with one? I told it not to start me with an ocarina. Well, I guess we're starting with an ocarina anyway. We're starting with an ocarina and we're starting with Prelude. And that's what we start with, an Ocarina of Time. And a sword. We started with Master Sword. Always. Glad to hear you're doing good. Invalid run. Yep, reset. Go back there and mess with the settings again. That's one I would like to try, I think. The Zelda 2 randomizer. It would probably be really, really, really miserable, but I would like to try it. Alright, we got anything hidden in here? We got a lot of good shit in here, it looks like. We got Majora Shield. We have Ocarina of Time Magic. We have Majora Hookshot. What we got over here? Silver Rupee and Majora for $10 in Ocarina? That ain't bad. We got a bottle, although the bottle doesn't really matter because, well, we have an Ocarina, and that's my only real use for a bottle, to be honest, is just to to exploit and do Ocarina items. Zelda 2 PC remake, yeah. And that's exactly what I was thinking, was like doing the remake in the, or doing the rando in that remake thing. What is this baby seed? It's giving us dents already. I'm gonna open this just in case it's money, because we do need a lot of money to buy all that stuff. Thanks. I guess we'll farm Graveyard. I mean, Dampe does give us a 20 every time we walk in there. And we only need 40, right? We need the shield, we need the magic, we need the hook shot. I mean, I would like to have the stick upgrade, but I guess it's not necessary. $5. Money? That is, that's... I don't know if that's better or worse than money, because I don't think the cafe checks are turned off. I didn't pay attention. Saria's song, that is, pretty useless. It's not completely useless, but it ain't good. There we go. Now we can just go in the grave. Assuming we don't get more money, that is. We can go into Dampe's grave twice. And we'll have enough money to buy, like, everything I want to. I mean, I don't get that, right? Yeah, because we don't have the bomb bag. Mario! I can't wait for October. I'm kind of really curious how the Luigi's Mansion hacks are. I want to play at least one Luigi's Mansion hack in October, but I don't know if they're actually good or not. I just know they exist. Shit. Nice timing. It's gonna be a good time. Have you played any Luigi's Mansion hacks, Slayer? 5.5 can run double. Well, I would hope so. That's like you're talking about Nintendo 64, right, Groovy? You should be able to do every Nintendo 64 game. I kinda would like money, to be honest. Well, there's a sword upgrade. And the reason I would like money is because as soon as we're done here, I intend to turn into a kid. You know what I didn't turn off? The 5,000 rupee bank check. I hope that's not a problem, that we have to do the 5,000 rupee bank check. Hey Soda, hope you're having a good evening, or a good... it's probably like past midnight for you, I would imagine, but a good whatever. Wii and GameCube. Yeah, I guess Pi 5 probably could do Wii. Because it's pretty similar to a GameCube, and it should be able to do GameCube. Lights are 5,000. Something's going to be locked behind 5,000 rupees. I don't know if it's going to be light arrows, but it's going to be something. Guaranteed, it always is. Yep, we're farming. Well, we were farming. Shout out Shadow Porker. Kratig Love. Kratig Lurk. Kratig Love. Okay, Anu. Thanks for the shout out to that person. How the game's going pretty reasonable so far, but that's probably a bad thing. Because when these randos start good, they end in pain. So 10 is Mask of Truth, sometimes required. Sometimes required. Okay. 20s, we don't need 20. We don't need 40. Do we need 30? We probably need 30. So we might not need 10 or 30, but there's a pretty fair chance we might need both. Oh. I almost left. We need to buy these items first. Is magic up here on this? Yeah, right there. And hookshot. I don't think we should buy the silver rupee because we probably don't have a wallet, I would imagine. And I think we're at like 40 rupees right now in Majora's, so that would just be a waste of money. This is probably a waste of money too, but we might need it for Ice Cavern. Ooh. We need to check this, actually. Okay, so Great Bay is where light... Great Bay Temple has the light medallion. Woodfall Temple has the forest medallion. Water Temple has the fire medallion. Shadow Temple has the water medallion. Forest Temple has the spirit medallion. Deku Tree has the shadow medallion. Okay. So it's looking like we might not even have to touch. I mean, I guess we'll have to touch. Okay, and we start with Kokiri Emerald. But we might not have to fuck with Majora too much, to be honest. Because we only need to beat 2 of the Majora dungeons at most. Fire Temple has the ruby. Snowhead has the... Yeah, so it's totally possible, actually, that we could completely ignore. Song of Storms and Majora, not required. It's totally possible that we could 100% ignore Majora's dungeons. I mean, they probably might have items in them. But it's actually possible that we might not even have to do a single dungeon in Majora's Mask, which is kinda cool. Definitely buying that Deku mask. But for, well, no, let's not do that first. Let's buy the Deku mask, then get a free refill. Thanks for the money, chump. We got a heart piece. Let's run out here. What do you got for us today? Pretty good. Pretty good. It started us with a Deku shield too. How generous. We can actually do power crouch stab for free. Letter to me, Maul. Can we? No, we don't have a slingshot. Never mind. I was thinking we might could beat Deku Tree, because I was just thinking, like, we have a shield, we don't need the slingshot to kill Goma, but we do need the slingshot to get to Goma. Because I don't know that. I should probably learn that trick. There's like a jump slash you can do from the top where you can, like, fly back and skip all that shit. And I mean, that's a useful thing, like, for speed runs. So I probably should learn that, but I don't know it. We got all kinds of shit in here. We got the other stick. We got infinite sticks now. Never have to worry about sticks ever again. That could be useful if we have to do Water Temple. Or not Water Temple, but Great Bay Temple. Excuse me, but I have a sword and a shield. Get out of my way, please. Why was he even standing in the way? That must be one of the default settings that I failed to notice and turn off. Plans for the weekend? Not really. Probably just streaming. Probably just streaming. That is a tracker item. Yeah, how about everybody else? Anybody else have plans? You know, what I probably should do, instead of just streaming, what I should do is clean up around the table here, because on Monday I do have another graphics card coming in, so I'm gonna need to pull the computer out from under the table and disassemble it and shit. So, and I've got a pretty big mess of cables and controllers and shit at my feet. So I might have to clean that at some point this weekend just to make my life easier on Monday. Same, that's a good plan. Yeah, I guess so. It's either that if this program I'm in, I get the Pi 5, I'm gonna buy it myself. Well, I thought you bought the Pi 5 already, what the hell? Meeting Beard tomorrow. Oh yeah, you did say that. Monday's the cleaning day. Yeah, I guess I could clean on Monday while I wait for the package, because I for damn sure ain't leaving the house on Monday. I am not gonna let some underpaid and annoyed worker just do what they want with $1,000 graphics card. So yeah, I probably ain't gonna leave the house on Monday at any point. Clean it, you filthy boy. Waiting. Oh, I thought like you ordered it already and you were just waiting for him to ship it. Send emails, get no response, then I just get it. A Libre computer while you wait. I mean, I think those can do emulation, actually. Which I think is the primary purpose that Groupie is getting a retro. Or not a retro, but a Raspberry Pi. I might can reach this guy with a stick, maybe. Yeah. They can. Yeah, I'm thinking they're like cheaper than a Raspberry Pi 2, aren't they? Or like certain ones are. I think you can get some pretty expensive ones. But I'm thinking you can also get them for cheaper than a Raspberry Pi. What do I want to do here? We don't have bombs. I think I just want to save warp. I don't know the legality or like what's going on with it, but I do know that the Mr. FPGA things have historically been pretty fucking expensive. I would like one. I mean, fuck, I paid like $200 for my Super NT, which I can easily replace with a Mr. But Misters cost like $500 fucking dollars. But I hear that you can get like clones of them now for like less than $200. I just question like the actual quality of them. Way cheaper, power's comparable, I think. Could be a gen behind. Yeah, but I mean Raspberry Pis are like pretty, like these days, like modern Raspberry Pis are plenty powerful enough for most emulation. I mean, it ain't gonna be emulating like, you know, PlayStation 4, for example. We now have PlayStation 4 emulation, at least with Bloodborne. I don't know if it works with any other game, but I know with Bloodborne, at least, we have PlayStation 4 emulation. We're probably not going to be emulating Switch. You might not be emulating Wii U. But, like, hell, even Wii, you could probably do. And GameCube, and definitely anything older than that. Pre-built Mister, don't feel like making one. If I'm not mistaken, I think those knockoff ones are pre-built. Like they come from like fucking China or somewhere. And yeah, that's sketchy, but like as long as it works, then like who cares? card not do Switch emulation? It turned out it would. I did say that. But to be fair, like, Raspberry Pis have like like integrated graphics, like a tiny little chip, not like a full-ass graphics card. Like, I'm pretty sure a Raspberry Pi probably could not. Even the most expensive Raspberry Pi you could buy, it would probably have trouble doing Switch. I'm not going to say it couldn't do it, but I will say that it would probably have trouble. I would assume. Or we'll turn and bring that back up. It's the only chance. Yeah, that did blow my fucking mind, dude. The Intel card, really, like, no shit. This it was what, $108 after taxes or something? This $100 Intel card is better at Switch emulation than my fucking GTX 1080 was. A fucking 1080 costed like $1,000 when it was new, and it ain't even that old. And the Intel card is better at Switch emulation than it was. You're just pre-built. Well, I'd have to look. Yeah, I don't know where to begin to help you look, because I haven't even looked into it myself. I've just heard that you can get them for under $200. I've not actually looked. The only downside, in my opinion, to a Mister versus like a Super NT is the Mister can't do save states. I don't think Misters can do save states, which is like, if you care about that, that's a little annoying. And, like, it is kind of annoying, right? Like, being able to do save... I don't use save states 99.9% of the time. But when I do, it would be nice to at least be able to. You know? Like, it's nice to have the option, even if I don't use it. They can't? Yeah, I didn't think so. Because it does, like... Because the way it works, it's, like, actually using, like, physical hardware to emulate rather than software. Which is the reason it's so accurate. Because it's like as accurate as you can get to the real console without actually being a real console. What is a Mister? A Mister is a it's an FPGA thing, which I don't even remember what FPGA stands for, so I hope you know what it stands for. You're at least familiar with it. But it's like it's essentially kind of like a little console that's like an emulator, except rather than using like... Let's Google it. Let's learn together, because I don't remember what FPGA stands for. But instead of using software to emulate, it uses like physical, actual hardware. Field Programmable Gate Array is what it stands for. So rather than it being... That is not real. Show me an actual image. Point being, this is kind of what a Mister looks like without the case. I mean, it's rather than it being software written to be like, oh, you know, fucking, you know, because the way emulators work is it's basically just software that's programmed to read old games, like a Super Nintendo, for example, to read a Super Nintendo ROM, and the software acts like hardware would to make it, you know, to make it play. Whereas the Mister has actual, like... It's still technically emulation, because at the end of the day, it's still not the real console, but it is far more accurate than emulation. And there's, like, basically zero lag. Or basically translators. Yeah, exactly. Whereas a Mister uses actual hardware to do it. Misters use actual hardware to do it. But they ain't cheap. They are not cheap. I know there are knockoffs now that are cheap. Or supposedly. But they ain't cheap. You son of a bitch, let me attempt to buy one. What? I don't even know if that is the Mister that I'm looking at there. Do different hardware emulation? Yes, it does do, it can do, I think it can do everything up to Nintendo 64. I don't think it can do anything newer than Nintendo 64. It might can. Yeah, so here you go. They're like $400 fucking dollars. Like, the pre-built are like $400, and if you build them yourself, it's still like $300. So it's still pretty expensive. And like, I wouldn't mind. In fact, I would prefer to build it myself. Right? Like, I want to build it myself. But it's still expensive. A brand name? Yeah, Mister's just like the thing that developed it. Like the dude that came up with it to begin with, I guess. I'm not super knowledgeable about it. Okay, so it can do Super Nintendo, it can do Genesis, it can do NES, Master System, Saturn, Nintendo 64, Game Boy Advance, Game Gear, GameCube. No way it does GameCube and Wii, right? I can see it maybe doing Dreamcast, but it can do GameCube and Wii? It can do fucking Xbox? There's no way. I don't believe that. Show me a list of the fucking consoles, dude. Here we go. It can do Sega 32X, it can do Pong on a chip, whatever that is, Intex Adventure Vision, Emerson Arcadia 2001, Bally Astrocade, Atari 5200, Atari 7800, Atari 2600, Atari Lynx, BBC Bridge Companion. I don't know what that is. Or I don't know what Casio PV1000 is either. Or Fairchild Channel F, ColecoVision, Sega SG, VTech Creative Vision, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, Game & Watch, and Television, Sega CD, Mega Drive, Genesis, Nintendo 64, NES, Famicom. You do Famicom Disc. I mean, I guess why not, but that's just kind of weird. Neo Geo, Odyssey 2, Pokemon Mini, Sony PlayStation, Sega Saturn, Super Game Boy 2, Master System, Game Gear, Super Nintendo Satellaview. That's kind of cool. Once again, it's not surprising that it can, but it's interesting that it can. Supervision, TurboGrafx. It can do fucking TurboGrafx and PC Engine. Play some fucking Rondo of Blood's like the only PC Engine game worth playing, but still. So yeah, if it's PlayStation 1 or older, or is Saturn newer? I don't know if Saturn or PlayStation is newer, but whichever one's newer, it can do that and everything older, basically. And it's essentially like having all of those consoles for real, because where it's not software emulation, it's hardware emulation. It's way closer and way, like, you would be hard-pressed to find somebody, unless somebody's just trying to be a contrarian and an asshole, even like in the most dedicated of speedrun communities. If you were to be playing on a Mister, and they like treated that as an emulator instead of a instead of console, then they're just being a dick. Because like at the end of the day, that shit is like, you have no advantage of using that over using the actual console. Because it is basically the actual console. Just with other consoles too. Here's just another bottle of Moo Moo. Also for Ocarina of Time. But we got 2 bottles. I can't even mark that we have 2 bottles. So I'll just mark that we have a bottle. It is pretty... I wonder how far they're going to be able to push the Mister, though, to have it do shit. Because I remember not so long ago, the Mister couldn't even do Nintendo 64, let alone PlayStation. And Saturn. So, like, the fact that it can do all of that now, when just, like, 6 months ago it couldn't... I wonder if they would be able to pull off, like, GameCube and PlayStation 2. Like, I feel like it might be possible. I don't know, actually, like, how intricate their shit is. You know, how powerful their chips and shit are. I'm not 100% sure. But considering the fact that it didn't have Nintendo 64 and now it does... that is pretty promising. Because at the very least, that means that they could make a more powerful one, right? I mean, it would cost more money, probably, but they could make a more powerful one that could do GameCube and PlayStation 2. And if they could get Xbox going, I'd be sold immediately. If they could do original Xbox on one, I would buy one fucking instantly. Because you can't emulate Xbox. And Xbox has quite a few games that are actually, like, pretty good. But I don't want to buy, like, a new... whatever the hell the new Xboxes are called. I don't want to buy one of those just to be able to play, like, my games. Because that's, let's be real, that's all I would buy it for. I don't give a fuck about most modern games. And the handful that I do that they would have, well, Microsoft releases all those games on PC too, so... it would be very stupid of me to buy one just for that. But if I could buy something that could do other shit too... and it could handle Xbox. That would be sick. So we're about out of stuff to check, aren't we? In Ocarina of Time. I think it might be time to switch. We got one more shop and we can do Little Richard. And I guess we'll just swap to Majora. So dungeons we have to beat. We have to beat 3 of these 4 dungeons. Spirit Temple, the Dongo Cavern, Jabu, and Stone Tower Temple. I'm thinking the one we skip is probably either Stone Tower or Spirit Temple. Right? Unless we just physically don't get a boomerang to do Jabu. Because Jabu's like literally 3 minutes long. That dungeon is so short. And the Dongo's Cavern's pretty short too. And it basically requires nothing. All it requires is that we get a bomb bag. That's it. We got magic and Majoras. We got a shield and Ocarina of Time for both adult and child. Why is it like literally every single seed? Every seed without fail, Clocktown Day 1 has some kind of Metroid music. Every time. Well, we can beat the Dongo's Cavern now if we wanted to switch back. If we wanted to switch back, we can literally beat the Dongo's Cavern. And I almost think I might. You know what? Oh, we already have this. Yep. I am gonna switch. First, I'm gonna do this though, because we can do a couple checks that are like kid specific. Well, maybe not a couple, but one check that's kid specific. But I suppose we can still get these checks that aren't child specific, and then that saves us from having to do it as an adult. Such as this one. Why did I pull that out? Bye-bye, bum. Well, let's wait while this guy runs the lap, I guess. Bye-bye, SG. I don't need no sign to get ISG. Bow's not like helpful on its own. Bow is not the best thing in the world on its own, but it does let us get one check, and it is helpful for other stuff. 7. $36. These nuts got him. Hey, I didn't want you to turn around. You know what? While I was a kid, I should have beat Deku Tree. Because we can. Now that we have bums, we don't need, we don't need Slingshot. Since we got Sword, we can still one-cycle Goma and just say fuck the Slingshot. Is that turning nighttime? Yep. Well, if it's turning nighttime anyway, we'll go over here and check this grotto first, because we need to wait for daytime. necklace breaking. I mean, like, it's a quick dungeon, so why not do it? And I mean, if I remember to, we will do it next time we're kid. I mean, we would be dumb not to. It's a dungeon that we have to beat. And like, we could substitute it out for one of the other dungeons, but like, Deku Tree's like, at this point, all we have to do is just walk in and kill the boss. Like, I don't have to do anything. This game is so fucking broken, dude. That chainsaw sucks. Like, it really is wild how broken this game actually is when you can do shit like this. or better yet, well, let me grab ISG again. Damn it. When you got ISG, you also can't fall. It makes it impossible to fall off ledges. You literally can't. I think Majora might have more health than Ocarina of Time right now. We bought everything, I'm pretty sure. The only thing we need to do now is go up here and kill little fuckhead. And blow the wall up. Maybe jump on top of the Dongo's Cavern if it's something good. And then go into Dongo's Cavern and win. I think that's just a potion without a bottle, but we'll still pick it up, because why not? You know what, let's snap him. He'll never see it coming. There's a lot of bangers, so let's go grab money first. And then we'll walk back in there. So all we're missing for Jabu now is just Boomerang. That's it, and we can do Jabu. I like how we spend a lot of time in Ocarina of Time until we couldn't do anything else. We go to Majora and we get one fucking item. And it's straight back to Ocarina of Time because it was bomb bag. So like that unlocks a lot of shit. Like if we get us a hook shot in here, a hook shot and a strength upgrade, we can immediately beat Forest Temple as soon as we're done with this. Oh, really? I figured that would blow it up. Nice shot. Just in case we need them. Go ahead and get it. I can't tell. I think that's a small chest. Yeah. Ukulele music just reminds me of how good ukulele could have been. Ukulele was so close to being a good game. Well, I'll take that back. Ukulele was so close to being a great game, but it was just an alright game. I don't really know what sucked about it even, to be honest. Maybe it's just because I'm not a child anymore. I don't know. I know I loved Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie, but ukulele, I liked it enough to finish it, I guess. 11, 88, 33, the man who can only roll repeating digits. Never mind, 70, 18, 74. 95. 29. 2. Bye-bye, Niv. 22. 93. 72. 92. 2. Everything's got a 2. I'm gonna repeat the fart because I'm curious if the randomization might be broken. No, it's not. I just heard it do that same thing twice, but only that same thing. Went ham and got no. Oh, he shot a Niv. Some of my rolls like I saved your mama's. Why are you saving my mama's rolls? Give like hook shot. That way we can just go in Forest Temple and stomp it too. It's good music for him dying. $37. Ooh, Stone Tower Temple looking like looking pretty sexy, to be honest. If we can just walk in and win. I mean, we got to get there, which kind of sucks, but once we get there, we can just walk in and win. Delicious homemade kind, so he saves them rather than eating them. I am still going to go to Forest Temple for the song check. Just like I'm immediately going to play Bolero afterwards for that song check. $85. Hello, Mato. Goodbye, Mito. Nope. Doo-doo. Gib song. Fuck off! This is like the worst possible song. I mean, that probably is literally the worst possible song. Like, what are we even supposed to do with that? There's one check. See, now that is a reasonable song. I mean, that one's also one thing, but it's like an entire dungeon at least, rather than one lone item. So I guess before we switch to Majora, let's switch to Kid, and let's go do, Saria's song. I'm not sure of Saria's song if we have to actually meet with Zelda. It said we skipped Zelda, but who the fuck knows? I don't know. I don't know. And we need to beat Deku Tree anyway, so. So since we're going to be in the area, clapping Deku Tree. What? That didn't work. I don't know why he rolled sideways like that. I was neutraling the stick. Probably just some Ocarina of Time jank. This game's really fucking jank. Probably some shit like it had stored a roll where I jumped down and landed without taking damage. It probably like stored it. I don't know. This game is held together with chewing gum at best. It's a fucking miracle that people don't notice like shit wrong with the game like casually, to be honest. With how broken this game actually is. It plays the other Bomberman song, the same level, but the other version. No! What? Well. We're going back in there and doing that again. And this time I'll push the block, that way we don't have to keep wasting bombs every attempt, because this might take me a couple tries. I'm pulling back, thank you.